Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends and family, brothers and sisters. Welcome to part two with Nkosana George Mazibisa on personal discovery and development. On part one, we enjoyed from decoding from this hub of knowledge. Nkosana,
My brother, what's up?
how are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying my stay in Harare.
Yes,
In
yes.
Harare. So Harare is Zimbabwe, by the way.
Thank
Bulawayo
you.
is the other part of the world. We
Thank
have
you.
a
Thank you.
we have a white mayor by the name David Coltart.
Okay.
So we speak English in Bulawayo.
Yeah. You speak a very great English.
Yes, yes.
Now, my brother,
Mm,
on part one, you told us about the cane,
mm,
and we enjoyed it,
mm,
where you were telling us about the power of knowledge, about the power of exposure, about the power of experience,
mm.
and the power of networking. Your
Yes,
network is your net worth.
yes,
Now we
yes.
come to this part two, and we want to talk briefly about the power of having a great mindset
Mhm,
and the power of balancing between mental wealth and financial wealth.
mhm,
So, as young people, there are many things which we take by excitement,
mhm.
and sometimes we appear as if we have things when we
Mm,
don't.
Yep,
When you
yeah,
post on Facebook, you
yeah.
see a great car and a nice car,
Mm.
you take a picture with it, you say, "Can you keep it for me, Facebook?" As if it's yours.
As if it's yours.
What do you have to say about that, and what can we learn?
So everyone suffers from a pretentious mindset at some point
Okay,
because we're in a journey to self-discovery.
okay.
It is fueled by this American culture, especially the narrative that says fake it until you make it. So the danger
Okay.
with that narrative is
Mm.
that eventually it leads to self-hypocrisy. You end up believing even your own lies,
Okay.
and it becomes propaganda such that you can't even see the blind spots that you need to work on.
Mm.
So eventually we have this arrivalist mentality. In
Okay.
politics, they call it the arrivalist mentality,
All right.
and it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
It clouds your judgment in terms of knowing who you are.
All right.
So in entrepreneurship, we call it the hero's journey.
Okay.
And the hero's journey will put you even at rock bottom
Mm.
for you to then know that you are nothing.
Mm.
And then it will also shift your mindset.
All right.
So for young people, I say do not be in a hurry to acquire money
Mm-hmm.
or to climb the corporate ladder,
Okay.
but be in a hurry to acquire skills,
All right.
be in a hurry to acquire knowledge, be in a hurry to learn more about the spaces you are operating in
All right.
than to try and be consumed by the work politics
Okay.
or anything that is taking place.
Mm.
So, what then am I referring to? I'm referring to your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is your greatest tool and your asset that God has given you.
Mm.
It is where a lot of things are processed,
Mm-hmm.
and it is where a lot of things come out that shape the realities that we live in. Remember, the yesteryear dreams of some people are today's realities,
Mm.
but they were dreams.
Do it,
But
friends.
those dreams were informed by a certain mindset.
Mm.
So you need to shift the mindset, and that mindset is affected by the circumstances,
Mm-hmm.
the family, the environment where you are born,
Mm.
and then it limits your capacity to scale, your capacity to excel,
Okay.
because around you
Mm.
there is no any defining thing that tells that dreams are possible.
Okay.
So you then fall into a rat race of always looking for something to eat, to provide.
Mm.
So it then becomes survivalist instinct.
Mm.
And by God's grace,
Mm.
one way or the other, chance and opportunity happen to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And by chance, at some point, you are exposed to
Mm.
what do I put it across? You are exposed to, let's say, an opportunity
Okay.
to make money.
All right.
You will make money and get it, but you can't retain it.
All right.
It's one thing to make money, it's one thing to keep money. Those are two different skills.
Mm.
That is why even up to today, there are people who earn $1,000 but can't keep it. But there's someone who earns $100 but keeps it.
Mm.
Someone can strain a $1,000, someone can stretch $100.
Mm.
It's a question of mindset.
All right.
So the mindset also allows you to have what you call problem solving skills. These are one of the most important skills in the modern world that we operate in.
Yes.
The ability to see a problem and come up with a solution in any sphere, be it engineering, be it in biochemistry, be it problem solving skills are the most important. Critical analysis, critical thinking makes you a strategic thinker.
You remind me of a statement that says, you will never solve a rubbish that you have normalized as your reality.
Exactly.
So, which means exposure there is needed
So
for
that's
you
the
to
thing.
see it as a problem.
See it as a problem.
Okay.
No. I'm in a hole. I need to move out of this. So it's the mindset. So once also the mindset kicks in to say, I want something better than this. I can become better than this.
Yeah.
Those are two things. I want something better than this. I can be better than this. You are not competing with anyone, you're now competing with yourself.
Definitely.
So the mindset will then push you to look into the mirror and say, I want you to become better. But it won't push you to the next person and say, I want to be better than you. The challenge with the African narrative that we live in is that we want to compete with other people. Hence, we're running parallel lines that they'll never meet. And with the parallel lines, we do not know where the dead end is. It can be earlier than the other person, and you become bitter and envious. But when you choose your own path and focus on what God says, this is what I want you to become in life, and this is what you are called to be. In that journey, there is fulfillment, even if there is no huge financial return. We call it the power of contentment and fulfillment because it's within the mindset. And within the mindset will also teach you to be patient.
Okay.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Okay.
For us entrepreneurs, some of us were too quick, we're too in a hurry.
All right.
To be known by the world. And in the process, we made so many mistakes.
Okay.
Now,
what do you mean?
So what do I mean is when you're too hungry, don't be too thirsty and drink from any cup. That's why people get poisoned. When you're too hungry and too thirsty, you will end up doing a lot of mistakes and doing a lot of things because you want to achieve. And you will step on so many toes, you will step on so many things, and you'll make mistakes. Remember, even in your naivety, other people will never forgive you.
Yeah.
They will carry that to the grave and accuse you of being an enemy. So you need to be
for something you did when you were 20 years. You're now being accused of it when you're 50 years.
Exactly.
And they will not even consider that you repented.
Exactly. So repentance is only felt in them by God. But they will carry that grudge.
Okay.
So don't be in a hurry. Learn and don't skip the processes. I've heard people say trust the process. Now I do not trust the process.
Okay.
I trust the processor. Who is God? Because God understands the journey that I have to go through.
Yes.
So then there's this mindset. Let me share this mindset. I love this mindset. The most dangerous person on earth, do you know who's that? Is a man who has had something and lost before. So if talented today, you acquire whatever you acquire and you lose it all, and you start afresh, you're a dangerous person. Because you fear nothing anymore.
Yeah.
You fear nothing anymore because you have known how to have and to lack.
You know that if you know that things can be taken away from me, but my mind will never be taken away.
If everything can be taken away from you, you can rebuild. Let me tell you the story of Job. How Job rebuilt. Job rebuilt because the devil took away the outcome of his mindset, not the mindset.
Oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. Take the opportunities away. Take everything away from me, but you never take my mind. So I fear.
Why fear? So your mind will allow you to rebuild. Your mind will allow you to even create frontiers and opportunities. Remember, other people are waiting for opportunities. Tina, we do not wait for opportunities. We create opportunities. We're also not waiting to be invited. We kick the doors.
Come on.
And when we kick the door, we overturn tables when you get inside. And how to overturn tables? By our mindset and the conversations. Because once you're invited inside, it is the mindset and the conversation that determine how far you can go.
You're right. Now tell me, I've heard people saying there are people who are gatekeepers. Does that statement works, or is only that people would be fixing their minds on just one gate, as if there is only one gate. Is it a statement that comes from geniuses, or is just a statement that comes from
It's
weak people who?
it's both abstract and real.
Okay.
Abstract in the sense that human beings love these conspiracies.
Okay.
When you fail, you always ascribe responsibility to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is because of so and so, the
Yeah. Yeah.
gatekeepers. Yes, but also gatekeepers are there. Even
Yes.
Jesus said gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
The 12 disciples, they managed access to Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
but other people managed to go through and see Jesus. It is the determination, the fight that comes from the mind. Says, you know what? I do not care about you.
You end up coming through
The roof, exactly. Everything was closed, but they opened the roof and they got in there. So gatekeepers also exist for a reason. You also you will become a gatekeeper at some point. Remember, when you are hungry, you are outside. You're always saying, "Please open the door for us."
Maybe I'm a gatekeeper. I'm inside.
But the moment you're inside, you will close the door.
I'm inside.
Now you're
Which
inside.
gate do I want?
Because people do not like competition.
Because what I know is, I believe that in each and every point in life, God puts you in a certain place so that you can perform better
Yeah.
where you are.
Mm.
So, is there any gate that people will look for, specific one, without appreciating the gate where you are?
Let me answer to that.
Mm.
There is intelligence, there is wisdom.
Okay.
Now I do not chase intelligence, I chase wisdom.
All right.
I'm privileged to be one of the intelligent people belonging to 1% of the world,
Okay.
but now I chase wisdom. Wisdom gives me discernment.
All right.
Discernment will allow you to see other gates that
Alright.
even don't exist, but you
Okay.
can create for yourself.
All right.
So when you pray to God and God gives you wisdom,
All right.
He will allow you even to create your own gate that will attract high net worth people, or that will attract other people to come to your gate.
There are people who are older than Mark Zuckerberg, and they never knew that they were going to work for Facebook before Mark
Exactly.
Zuckerberg.
Exactly. So wisdom will allow you, will teach you to identify or also to create a gate. And that gate will allow other people to come through.
Right.
So
now that's being a genius.
That's being a genius.
Yeah.
That's being a genius. And you learn also to create a platform. After 2020, 2021, the level of people that I've met right now, I haven't met them because I'm kicking doors. I've met them because I've created my own door. Hustler Summit.
Exactly.
That's
a great platform.
So once we created Hustler Summit, and it became this big thing,
Yeah.
people are looking for us.
Okay.
Say, how do we work with you in this platform?
Yes.
But previously, it was us looking for them. How do we work with you?
How do we work with you?
How do we work with you? So wisdom will teach you to identify even the small gates, even a wall, even a crack. If it allows you to put your hand in it and God blesses you, you will make it through more than a person who will go through the door.
Right. So I asked you about gatekeepers. I wanted to see if you're a gatekeeper or not. What are the 5 things, or 5, not 5 things, what are the 5 programs which young people can access and they can be powerful like you?
So, you want to know that?
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm a product of chance. Someone gave me a chance in life, and as we give other people a chance.
Yes.
I'm so passionate about that one. I would like also to share this because of Mandela Washington Fellowship. I went to the US. That was a life-changing thing.
Mandela Washington
Fellow, yes, that was a life-changing. From there, really, my mindset came back different. I did Tony Elumelo Foundation in Nigeria, done by a billionaire.
I still remember when we met in 2019, you told me about that. Ever since, Tony Elumelo has always been my inspiration. Yes.
So there's Tony. Then also I did Future Elect under Lindio Mazibugo in Cape Town. Yo, bruh. The stuff that I was exposed to, the networks that I was exposed to. In Lindio Mazibugo, this I have to share the story. This is a testimony. So when I was there, things were not in the best space.
Yeah.
So I remember I went there. We were doing also summit for the first time. Finances were not balancing. And when finances were not balancing, I remember I missed my flight, my evening flight to Cape Town. And I got to Cape Town around 1 a.m. In the morning around 6, 7. As I was walking in the streets in Cape Town, I broke down in tears. Skombozo Dube called me and said, let's pray. We're in the middle of the road, busy Cape Town. And he said, dear God, this young man has a vision. Fight for him. Tears were flowing in the street. And
I still remember you called me as well.
Yes.
We prayed.
I called you the second one.
Yes.
Yes.
While you were being,
I called you the second.
Yeah.
So the first time I called Skombozo, your tears flowed down, bruh. I cried, said, God, you know what? Why did you put this dream inside me when you know that this dream can burn me and I can't do anything about it? Got there, did the work that I was supposed to do, and also the consultants. Unaware that someone is watching me. From there, I've learned the power. Whatever you do, do it to your uttermost. But someone is watching. Someone says to me, Mazibisa, you are not in your best. What's happening? Because we'll do schoolwork and also do business. Then I would seclude myself, try to think. Unbeknown is that a millionaire was watching me. A millionaire was watching me in that network. Was watching me. Then he calls me, says, "You're not in your best. What's happening?" I'm my guy. So. He says to me, "Listen, I'm going to put X amount of money to you." I'm like, okay, is this a loan or what? He says, no, it's not a loan. It's because I believe in you. This is a total strange.
And after Pastor Skombozo is told the billionaire God, then he sends the billionaire person
down, instructs them, they move money into our account.
Wow.
Bruh, I cried. The guy says to me, in investment, we do not believe in the horse, we believe in the rider. We can give you the best horse, but if you don't know how to ride, you will lose.
Yes.
But if you're the best rider and give even the worst horse, you will
still
do it better because you know how to master the horse. The horse determines, if the horse believes in you, the rider. I said to myself, wow. So from there, no matter what type of problems that I face, I still say God owes me.
Yeah.
God will take care of this.
That's powerful. Maybe it's a challenge also that when you become a billionaire, please remember Pastor Skombozo.
Not only him, do you know what? Even in our small spaces where we are now, we are giving a lot back to communities because we are a byproduct of chance.
Yeah.
Someone took chance on me, and the little that I get, whether by working hard or access to certain spaces, I speak for others.
Yes.
Because I know where I'm coming from. So with that, I called during the second summit. It was early in the morning. I think it was Saturday around 4. 4 I couldn't. When I was trained, bro. I was trained. That was the second edition of the summit. I was trained.
As you remember.
The summit trains me. The summit trains me to know that the level of problems that we face every year when we're dealing with the summit. I think some people will never handle them. They'll commit suicide.
Okay.
When I called you, I was breaking down.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't going to make it to the second day of the summit because I felt like, you know what, God, I'm tired. Why do you give me this thing to carry? And you know the politics that we're facing, the resistance that we're facing, the sabotage that we're facing. Why, God? That's why I called you in that morning and said, you know what, bro, I'm breaking down. And on that particular day, I was supposed to stand.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Thank you so much for being a supportive system and reaching out. When you reach out to other people, they will laugh at you and say, I wish this thing would fail. Yeah. But when I reached out to you, said, let's pray.
Yeah.
And we prayed, and God gave me the strength. And when I stood on that podium, people didn't know that this man was about to break down and say,
Wow.
So those are type of the programs that I attend, and when I attend those programs, they are life changing.
Yeah.
Then I also did what it's called Asia. We were the first cohort under University of Georgia in Atlanta. There I learned the power of harness of entrepreneurship and governance and community development. So I learned a lot from it. Then the other one, I have multiple, I've forgotten others, but these ones, these are powerful platforms that I would encourage young people to then say, partake in these programs. Like this year, we partnered with the African Union, the Office of the Youth Envoy. Massive work that we did with people coming all the way from Nigeria, South Africa for a symposium. And you then ask yourself, really, is this us?
Yeah. So as you grow your thing, you then realize that there are many opportunities to partner with different powerful brands. That's a great thing. So what are the 3 things you regret right now? That 3 things that you wish that you would have done better? Because I realized that in the journey of success, there are things which people call failure. Sometimes they are lessons, and they are regrets personally.
Lot of
What are those 3 things before we?
So for me, the greatest regrets, I can't say regrets. To me, those are lessons. To me, those are school fees. Number 1, building teams. Building teams, it's a long process, challenging. I've made mistakes in that area. Lots of them. Yeah, I've made lots of them. Secondly, is the issue of systems. As entrepreneurs, we are purists. As we start things, we are pushing more of our idea more than putting up systems. Those are the challenges that I felt probably would have done better. And then also, 3, it was the lack of mentors. Look, I was young. I didn't even know how the world operates. I was operating on my own. So now I focus on mentors. My guy, without mentors, I made a lot of mistakes. Lots of mistakes. Financial costs again. I did not know how to interpret stationary instruments. I did not know how to play the long game. Then also, without mentors, we made too much money. At some point, we lived the best of our lives. Do you know talent? This I'm not ashamed to say it because I've lived my life.
Yes.
There is a point where as an entrepreneur you become successful. Whether in terms of finances or in terms of networks or in terms of opportunities. There was a point talent I could call any office in Zimbabwe and they'll pick my number because I was in certain spaces. But in retrospect now I'm having peace because I'm no longer in those spaces. So those are the lessons that I've learned the hard way there.
All right.
That I've learned the hard way. So now my prayer is those regrets, they become coursework for others, not to make them.
That's powerful. And I read another book. This person says, for you to have few or none regrets, you need to be humble. Humility will save you from humiliation and regrets. And I think most of the times maybe we neglect mentors, we neglect these people because of inbuilt humility and wanting to do it on your own.
So with humility is dangerous again. So there are 10 laws of entrepreneurship. There is the power of humility should be number 4. The power of humility says you're not the best thing that has ever happened on earth. Earth can do without you. So once you understand that, you remain grounded.
God can use you if you are willing to be used, but He's never dependent on you.
Exactly. God can do without you. But the fact that He has chosen you is simply giving you an opportunity to shine.
Definitely.
So that humility, my brother. And again, there is the other side of humility, where you can be absent in a room where there are opportunities because they're too humble.
That's poor self-image, I think. Yeah, that's poor self-image.
So it is that, because remember, that type of humility is ingrained from where you are coming from.
Yes.
Where you are taught, no, you don't need to do these things. Remain where you are. Be quiet. Be reserved. You can be. That's not humility.
That's poor
Imagine. So, but we project it as humility, especially if you're coming from the southern side.
Yeah.
So from especially us from the southern side of the country, there is that humility where you don't need to be aggressive for opportunities. Ungafani labo bani. You remain to that is false humility that leads to poverty.
That's powerful. So we need change of terms.
Change of terms and to be aggressive. So yes, humility. We need that humility. Right now, I'm writing a short business review on Drip, the company that has been liquidated in South Africa, and one of the lessons from there is humility. And one way or the other, if you can't be humble now, God will humble you through experiences.
That's true.
And those experiences, you reach rock bottom. Companies close, employees leave, you're on your own. There you're naked. And you're in an empty room. Now you're forced to talk to God one on one. Because when you are making it, sometimes you can't hear the voice of God.
Yeah.
But when you have nothing, now you can pay attention to God. And God will speak to you. And when God speaks to you, He'll address you, my brother, in an empty room. Because there are only two.
When you are now nothing.
When you're now nothing.
Sometimes you can listen.
You can not sometimes you will fully listen. An empty wallet, a broken heart, and an empty stomach will teach you the most lessons in life.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Another lessons which I get is maybe sometimes you need to be empty for us to hear the voice of the Lord.
Exactly.
The nothingness of humanity is an opportunity for divinity to manifest its productivity.
Exactly.
That's powerful. So, my brother, what can you say? Just one statement to the listeners before we close.
One statement that I can say to young people is that your dreams are valid.
Yes.
One last statement that I can also share with you is learn to affirm yourself. Don't seek external validation. I often hear people saying, but Mazibisa, you're overclothing when you say you're a brilliant person. I mean, I'm brilliant.
No, don't apologize when it comes to your mind.
I mean, I'm brilliant. Do you know why?
Apologize when it comes to money, but not to mind.
I mean, I'm brilliant. And I'll say it again. I'm a brilliant young person.
Yeah,
do you know why? Because the moment I stop telling that to myself, no one will tell it to me.
Yes.
It means I'm seeking external validation. And when people don't tell me, I'll feel a low self-esteem.
Feel angry.
Feel angry and say, but I'm doing it. No one. So when I'm speaking, I'm not speaking to this, but I'm speaking to the inner man and say, the inner man, you're a brilliant person. Continue doing what you're doing.
Yes, definitely.
So you young people, your dreams are valid. You're brilliant. Speak positive words to yourself. People around me will tell you that every day I say, I'm a billionaire. And I know I'm going to be a billionaire.
That's powerful.
Yes. So young people, your dreams are valid. And make sure that your circle of friends, you do what you call friendship audit. Every year, December, list down your 5 friends and look what value they bring into you.
Are they adding sin or they are adding righteousness?
Exactly.
Those who sin with you can sin against you.
Aha! And remember, on weekends, what is the conversation on weekends? Can we go out? Why is it always going out as if you're catering equipment? And sit down and discuss. So those are my last words to young people.
Thank you very much, my brother. It has
You're
been
welcome.
a pleasure to discuss this very informative discussion. May God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends and family, brothers and sisters, always aspire to inspire before you expire. Don't die before you die.